Let's get down to the foolery. This is Love and Hip Hop New York, Season 7, Episode 2, Strawberries. It starts off with Bianca. You know, she's doing her thing on the stage. She's performing like, hey, the song's cute enough. And the only thing that's really important about this scene is the fact that, oh yeah, please like, comment, subscribe. But the only thing that's important about this scene is Bianca is starting to flirt with DJ Drewski. He's basically the white chocolate of the show, whatever that means. And he's flirting with her. He's like, I know you, because Yandy was trying to make it seem like, oh, I'm hooking you up with this big producer from 97.1. Bianca's just like, slow your roll. I know this guy. And we have a on and off friendship, whatever you want to call it. He does have a girlfriend, and that comes into play a little bit later because, you know, they're flirting. They're like, she's like, I never had sex with him, but we know we did other stuff. Like, Jesus. Now, Snoop goes with Jay, and Jay, Juelz, and Kimbella, they all go on this, like, double date. And it's just them getting to know each other. Of course, they're saying, you know, what their goals are, because Snoop is there to, one, basically everything entertainment. Right now, we thought maybe it was just acting. No, Snoop wants to do a little bit of everything. And, you know, they're bonding over the fact that Kimbella feels a certain way with Juelz being around other women because of the infidelities. And that's how Jay feels with regards to Snoop, because it's like Snoop is definitely attracts the ladies, and that's hard for her to deal with. So they're just like, you know, let bygones be bygones. Cardi B's in the studio with her producer Swift, and again, they keep doing this flirting thing, and I'm like, dang, if he didn't have a girlfriend, that would actually make a nice looking couple. And I was a little upset, but I was like, you really wanted to mess this up, didn't you? You really decided to go and mess this up, didn't you? Because it's just like, if he didn't have a girlfriend, I could see them being a couple. And if she didn't have Tommy in jail, I could see them being a couple. But she's trying to post something on Instagram. He's trying to avoid that because he knows that his girl may see it. And right now, he's not letting Cardi know that, you know, he has a situation going on. She's like, I need to show my manager that, you know, it's just business. Next thing you know, after they post that, they go and kiss. She's like, hold, because he was touching on her thigh before that. It's just like, this is strictly professional. Strictly professional. And that little rhyme, that flow that they had going, I actually liked that. I was like, oh, you put that to a song? Now, here's the thing. Cardi B actually comes up with music, and it's good. You have to give it up to her for that. You have to give it up to her for that. And, well, you don't have to, but I do. I thoroughly enjoy it. Now, with DJ Self has, of course, invited Richie D over, and also Snoop, because he's trying to find new artists for his Gwenning label. And because, you know, that's his whole thing, Gwenning Fest, Gwenning, that's his whole brand. And he invites the other two along because it's like, you know, I know that Snoop actually has a record label herself. She doesn't have anyone signed. It's brand new. So I'm like, okay, so what's the budget? What's this? What's that? We see that you actually did work with Cardi B and you came out with some real results. So shout out to you for that. Cardi B already has a buzz. So let's not say this was all because of Self, because it wasn't. She was doing the thing herself. But he definitely did help. Now, we see, what's her name? Sophie Green. Sophie Green, I'm like, that name sounds familiar. I'm like, does Angela Yee know her? Because that name sounds very familiar. She does a podcast, and she does some other stuff as well. And she performs. I'm like, okay, she looks good, so she looks the part. This song, I don't know what this is. It's not trash, but it's not good. At least from what I'm hearing, it's not good. I have to keep it real. It wasn't bad, but it wasn't good. It was just like, because where she had it, it also didn't make sense for the vibe that the room was giving off. I'm just like, what are you doing here? Like, what are you really doing? So Self is thinking that he's going to go and snag this person. It's him against the world. He just has, you know, his crony to his left and his crony to the right. But Sophie's like, Snoop? Oh, I'm only talking with her because she's an actress. She has a lot of stuff going on. Oh, and she has a record label too? See, I want to be an entrepreneur. I want to do everything. I want to hustle. I want to hustle. And with Self, he says music. I need to go out and venture off. I'm like, okay, this would be cool if Snoop wasn't also trying to make it herself. Like, does Snoop actually have real footing right now to make certain moves? We don't know yet. But DJ Drewski, we see his girlfriend, and his girlfriend is beautiful. His girlfriend's hot. I'm looking at her like, hello. Like, what, do I need to just go across the bridge? Is that what I need to do? Is that why I'm... is that... In order to... Because I'm like, she's what... And she looks like that, and he looks like if the sun goes and hits him. Like, he had... I'm looking at this, it's not even raining. He had... It was a cloudy day in New York. It's not even raining. And yet he has this umbrella out because the sun can't hit him. If the sun hits him, he's dead. Anyway, she's like, I don't trust you. I know that you're in the studio with Young B. I know that you're supposed to be around Young B. I don't trust her. I don't trust the women. You know how this usual song dance goes. I need you to go and check her to make sure that she knows that this is strictly professional. You feel me? And I actually need to speak to her myself because I know you're not going to do it correctly. I'm thinking, if only you knew. We get from that to Joel's, you know, he's supposed to have this little family outing. Kimbella's pissed because he didn't show up. He was supposed to be home, and he didn't show up until 7 a.m. in the morning. He was in the studio. He didn't contact me. I'm like, okay, he didn't contact you. I understand that part of you being mad, but aside from that, she told her oldest son, go and take your siblings to the bathroom. You know, give us a couple of minutes. I'm like, the handlers better be over there because I know for a fact there's no way you're going to send off three young kids off to the bathroom without a bunch of security or people to be like, okay, they're good, they're good. Alright, so here's my issue with you, Joels. You know that because of what happened in the past, I don't trust you. And he's like, so when are you going to let that go? Because we're supposed to have a relationship. See, that's the real issue. I don't need to talk about the scene. The issue is Kimbella doesn't want to let go. She does not trust him. And he's not necessarily doing the things that would help build her trust back up for him. And so that's why she's upset. And it's a very complicated issue because, you know, he messed up, so he has to own up to that, and he did own up to that, and he's been doing everything to try and make it better. She can't really forgive him regardless of what she says. Because she can't really forgive him, now we're running through the issue of, y'all, I don't know what you're doing. I don't know who you're doing it with. I just know I don't trust you. I don't trust you, and because I don't trust you, whatever you say, it's just like blah, blah. And he was like, wait a minute, so you go with Yandy, right? He's like, of course I'm going with Yandy. Yandy didn't cheat on me. Yandy said I was a bad friend, but she didn't cheat on me. Like, damn. And apparently he has this, his business partner, you know, music business partner that he works with. What's his name? Depp. And he's the one that got him into trouble last time. Of course, Joel's got himself into trouble, but he didn't help the situation. So she's just like, I'm going to have to check him, but I'm not going to tell Joel, so I'm going to do that. Or maybe I'm going to do it. Well, I'm going to know where he's going to be, so that's more than enough. Remy Ma goes and talks to Papoose because Papoose has their kids in the studio. Why? Because their kids want to be rappers. And Remy Ma's like, look, this was dumb luck. I'm thinking, oh, it's God. But this is dumb luck that this happened for me. Because as quick as everything came, as quick as it all left, as quick as it came back. That never happens in this industry, period. Don't look at me and think that, oh, this is easy money. This is a life. Her daughter's just like, hey, yeah, that's right. She was like, no. And I feel like when she was trying to do the explanation of you can be a doctor, you can be a lawyer, you know, I could tell you and teach you and show you the ways of how to do that and cut a check and you'll be good, you'll be gravy. But doing this is uncertain. There's a lot of starving artists. There's a reason why that term exists. I don't want you doing this. I want you to have some security. And I feel like with her, all she needs to really do is put them in a musical school. You know, or even if it's like part-time, so that they could take years and still get their degree over, let's say, instead of 4 years, 6. As long as they're in school constantly doing something. Because it is important to have that educational background. And who knows the type of connections you can make when you're in school doing music. I mean, look at Charlie Puth. He actually went to school. And he still came out from school and became successful. Some people think, oh, you have to strike when the iron's hot. You have to do things fast. No, you have to do things right. You have to do things right. So he's just like, I'm going to give you guys a chance because Papoose, you know, he's big up his kids. Of course, why wouldn't he? And we'll see what they have. B and Brianna, they have a scene together because they need to talk about what's been going on. Brianna talks about, well, of course, Cardi B shows off her teeth, and Brianna's like, oh, you got your teeth done. And Cardi B's like, yeah, now they can't say anything about me now. I mean, I thought I was popping before, but I'm definitely popping now. And I'm thinking, Cardi, I love you, but you can't listen to these fools. You can't listen to people that have absolutely nothing going on for themselves, except for the ability to open their mouths or to type on their phone or some keyboards and nitpick at others. Don't worry about them. Don't worry about them. But anyway, this whole scene had to do with, of course, Bianca talking about the fact that DJ Drew schemes. She's like, oh, Cardi B's like, the white chocolate man from Hot 97? It's like, yeah. They're like, oh, I didn't know you liked white D. It's like, what? It's like, I didn't know you had white D. It's like, no, I didn't say all that. I'm just saying that, you know, I'm going to, she's going to take him away from his girl. I'm like, what type of, you really came on TV and thought, oh, I'm going to take away from his girl. I looked at you like, and Cardi B's just like, I don't care, it is what it is. Blah. Because Cardi B has her own little situation. She doesn't really know it yet about her producer having a girlfriend and all that. She keeps flirting with him. And Brianna was just like, even in the same vein of her saying that she's going to steal that guy away from his girlfriend, she was like, Cardi, you cheated on Tommy. She's like, cheated? No. Swift kissed her. And just like, well, you let it happen. Well, what else was I supposed to do? I was just mystified and confused and dumbfounded and all that. This is a travesty waiting to happen. So Snoop goes to Sophie Green's, podcast, and the thing with that is Snoop has a sex toy line, and I'm like, G-Spot. Now hold up, G-Spot is not original. You're telling me you actually were able to copyright that? Because I know that's not original. I could type that in right now. I could type, because just listen from, Candy and all that stuff. I'm like, I could type that in right now, and I'm sure a million other brands would come up. So let's stop playing around with these whole copyright infringements. Clearly, I'm joking but that was the only thing that I nitpicked at. But she's supposed to. The whole thing is Sophie Green's supposed to impress you, and she is. She's flirting with you. She's taking strawberries. She's taking your sex toys. Now, why was Naima Supreme there? If you watched, what was it? That hip hop show? Yeah, Naima Supreme was on there, and I'm like, Naima Supreme came off as a prude on that show, so why would she come on this podcast that they're going to be talking about sex? Is she trying to change her image? Is she trying to keep up with the Joneses? I don't know, but I'm just like, Naima. Because I didn't even care about the rest of the scene, because I already knew that was going to be a mess. Snoop taking a video or picture with Sophie and putting it online, of putting the strawberry in her mouth. I'm like, watch, your girl's gonna flip. Your girl's gonna flip. That's all that matters. Y'all too. And I'm like, Sophie, let's be real. In order to get ahead, you don't have a problem doing some things. Now, I'm not putting any words in your mouth because I don't know you. So that would be disrespectful. But what I will say is, anyway, Jewels is hanging out with his boys, and there's someone in there as well. Kimbella pops up and kicks everyone out. I'm looking at Kimbella like, Kimbella, did you really just tell this man, his friend, to go leave? It's like, you're disrespectful, shut up, leave. Kicked everyone else out, and it's like, you ain't tell me what's going on, and what would have happened if I came a minute later? I have no idea. Look, Kimbella has trust issues. She does not trust him. We get it. We're moving on from that, because what else can he really do for her at this point with the whole trust? It takes time, and she needs to allow him to show her that he isn't doing anything anymore. Remy Ma decides, you know what? I'm gonna go and listen to these kids, and her daughter goes and spits, and her son goes and spits. And I was just like, okay, alright. Okay, I see it. I see the content. There was some wordplay. There were some lyricism going on. I was like, okay, but this is all generic until you put some music behind it. I agreed with her. She said, you know what? It wasn't bad. I was expecting to laugh, so it wasn't bad. We're gonna go put music to this and see how this goes, because whoever knows. But this whole cursing, because they were cursing, it's like, I'm gonna F your girl and shoot you up with a clip. You know, my wrist broke from shooting the clip too much. She was just like, what do you know about shooting guns? And what do you know about scamming people? But Papoose was proud. He was just like, see, I know what I'm doing. I know what our kids are capable of. Then, so it was nice to see that. I'm just like, you know what? If these other people who have absolutely no bars, no lyrics, can go get record deals, have hit songs, have songs play on the radio, songs that people like in general, Romie Ma's kids can make it. Like, at this point, Romie Ma's kids with minimal effort and just lyrics alone can make it. But Snoop is dealing with the fact that, of course, Jay saw what Snoop was doing. It was just like, you know, I came back up from Chicago with my son, handling himself with my son, to come back to this foolishness. No, I'm going back down. So as she was leaving, Jay magically comes in. You know how this show is so overly produced. Everything, even the confessionals, are overly produced. It's like watching me on this camera, but on the big screen. Anyway, they have an arguing match. She's just like, what have you been doing for me lately? What have you been doing, period? Oh, you have all these girls. Oh, they're on your D. They're on your plastic D. Oh, I'm tired of you. Oh, I'm tired of you. Yeah, what you gonna do about it? How you gonna help me? Oh, Jesus. That was my headphones. Those are expensive. Samsung. Anyway, what are you gonna do for me? She gets up on the table. I'm like, get your butt down. You have a son. What, I think he's like a teenager or close to a teenager at least, and you're acting like this on TV. Like, this is where, I'm like, stop it. Chill out. Y'all doing too much. Doing too much. This is just stupid. It is stupid right now. Please like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think. But I'm still watching.